Hey, welcome back to Photography for the Rest of Us, a place for people who love the art of photography. I'm Carrie and this is Nora, and today we are going to make fun shapes in our Christmas light. All right, you guys, so it is the holiday season. I'm actually sitting in my living room right now. This is our Christmas tree. I know it's not really a magazine type tree, but we're not magazine type people. I like homegrown, fun, put all the colors on it, homemade ornaments, kinds of trees. And I don't know if you saw our last video, but we've had some foster cats and kittens in the house, which means I wouldn't be surprised if a cat head doesn't pop out of that Christmas tree right now. So the fact that it's even still standing is impressive. What I want to talk to you guys today, about today is something really fun that I've done for the last few years. This isn't a new trick, but it might be new to you, and it's really fun thing to do with for the holidays, especially with kids. Like, I know that when my kids were a little younger, they really liked doing this trick with the camera. I'd set it up on a tripod for them and let them kind of shoot the way they want to. But what we're gonna do is actually turn our Christmas lights into shapes behind our subject. So instead of just little dots of light, we're gonna do hearts or stars or trees, and you could really do any shape that you want. So this is a very, very, very simple technique, and let's go through it. All right, so for this project, we don't need much in the way of supplies. This is very easy. You can absolutely do this with stuff that you have around your house. So what the goal here is, we're gonna make our Christmas lights into different shapes behind our subject, kind of like this picture. So all you need for this is some thin cardboard. I mean, honestly, thick cardboard would work too. It's just harder to cut, or cardstock. I used a piece of cardboard before it went out in the recycling. An X-Acto knife or some sort of a sharp object to cut out said shape. If you want a stencil of some sort, or I used cookie cutters. These are itsy bitsy cookie cutters. I think they actually might have originally been from Play-Doh, but little tiny cookie cutters for the shape, or stencil it or freehand it. Really, it's not super important as far as how you get the shape. So I know some of you wizards out there have the cool like machines that'll cut them for you. So that'll be cool. I can't wait to see those pictures. But the end result is pieces of cardboard with a shape in them, all right? And the only real outline, like the only real guideline with this is that you wanna make sure your cardboard is bigger than your lens hood on your lens. And I do want you to use your lens hood. That's that little part that comes in the lens that a lot of people just discard. It makes it a lot easier when the lens hood isn't on the lens, it's too close to the lens and the effect kind of gets ruined. So lens hood on your lens, and you want to make sure the piece of cardboard is just bigger than your lens hood, because we're going to just be putting it right over our lens. And then you want the shape to be approximately 1/3 of the size-ish of your lens. If the hole is too small, it doesn't work. You don't get enough light into your picture. And so things like a small hole punch doesn't work. I did try it to see and to let you guys know. And then let's talk about gear real quick. Whatever camera you have is totally fine. But what I want you to think about in lenses is, if you have anything that you can, that's like a telephoto lens, if you're working with kit lenses, something that you can zoom in, or if you have a variety of lenses. I'm using an 85mm fixed lens today, but you want something that is probably more than 50mm. So 50, 75, 85, 105, 200, whatever you have, but you want to be able to zoom in a little bit, and that creates lens compression. And what that'll do is make those Christmas lights actually glow a little bit more behind your subject, and it'll be more of the shape. Like, it just looks better. If you have more questions about that, I actually did a whole segment on lens compression and Christmas lights in this video, talking about shooting with off-camera flash and Christmas lights. So go ahead and check that out when you're done with this video. But whatever lens you have that you can zoom a little bit, or if it's fixed and it's above 50, it's probably gonna work the best. You could get away with this with a 35 or something like that, but it's just, you're not gonna get as nice of an effect. So, as far as camera settings, this is super duper easy. What I want you to do is set your aperture to the lowest possible setting that your camera can handle. So, well, your lens can handle. So it might be 3.5, it might be 2.8, it might be 1.4. It doesn't really matter, just whatever the lowest one is for the lens that you've decided to use. And then adjust the other settings accordingly to get a proper exposure, because that's what you're gonna do first. So nice wide open aperture. I know you guys are laughing a little bit if you've watched my videos, because I don't usually say use a wide aperture, but that absolutely does help with this. You can get away with a slightly less large aperture, but the best effect is if you have an extended lens and an open aperture. So let's take a test shot and then have some fun with it. All right, so here we are, all set up. You can see that I have Nora placed in front of the Christmas tree, but not immediately in front of it. So I have her a little bit distanced from the background, and if my living room is bigger so that I could record more space, I would probably even pull her further. The further away from the background, the more bokeh you're gonna get. If you want more information on that, again, that video I did about balancing off-camera flash with holiday lights, we go into detail about that. But all you need to know here is keep them not right immediately on your Christmas tree. Pull them in front of just a little bit. So I have my settings at f1.8. I'm at shutter speed 100 and ISO 320 because it's actually fairly dark here in my living room, even with a video LED light on. So let's take a test shot like that. You're so cute. 1, 2, 3. Okay, focus point was right on her eye, and as you can see in that picture, she has a beautiful bokeh behind her, nice glowing orbs, right? So the only thing I'm going to change now is I'm going to use our cool piece of cardboard, and I'm just going to set that against my lens hood in front of my lens. I'm going to focus on her eyeball and then add the cardboard in. So Nora, let's try one more time. You ready? All right, focusing right on her eyeball in that 1.8, and then I add in the cardboard. Ah, so fun. That one was stars. Do one more. All right, and you guys, I want to keep in mind that if you do your hearts upside down on the cardboard, you will have upside down hearts on the tree. So make sure that if you have a shape that it matters which way is up, you have it the right way up. You can actually see it in your lens when you do that, as you can see in this shot here. All right, so hopefully you can have some fun with that technique as well. A couple of little tips. One is the modern LED Christmas lights tend to flicker. So if you are clicking away, I would recommend taking multiples of each shot, because when the lights flicker, you don't catch them all necessarily with a shutter. And then I also want to let you know that this absolutely works when you go to like illuminations, or if you go take pictures outside of people's houses in your neighborhood, and that you can absolutely do these shapes. You just need to make sure you have something focused in the foreground so that you get that bokeh effect. But otherwise, this is a super fast, easy, fun, right? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Fun technique to use with your camera. And we hope you have a lovely holiday. And I can't wait to see your pictures. If you enjoyed the video, what do you do, Nora? You got to talk into my mic. What do you do?
Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a video.
See, she's too adorable for you not to do that. So make sure that you subscribe to the video and hit the like and leave a comment, and happy holidays, you guys. I will see you next week. Bye.